Have you ever watched someone incredibly talented completely miss a deadline? Not because they did not care, but because they lost track of time doing the very thing they love? Maybe that person is you. This is not a discipline problem. Psychology has a very specific explanation for it. Let's talk about why creative minds struggle with linear time management. Number 1. They experience time differently. Most people feel time moving hour by hour. But creative minds experience what psychologists call time blindness, where the brain becomes so absorbed in the present moment that it loses track of time completely. They are not being careless. Their brain is simply wired to go deep rather than to stay on schedule. Number 2. Their brain runs on bursts, not blocks. Creative thinking does not follow a 9-to-5 pattern. It arrives in waves, sometimes at midnight, sometimes in the shower, rarely during the hour you blocked off for it. Forcing creativity into rigid time slots often shuts it down completely. Their brain is not broken. It just runs on a different rhythm. Number 3. Structure feels like a threat to their flow. When a creative person finds their flow state, that deep zone of focus and ideas, interrupting it for a meeting or a scheduled break feels almost painful. Anything that pulls them out of it feels like losing something they might not get back. So they resist structure not out of laziness, but out of self-protection. Number 4. They think in connections, not sequences. A creative mind does not move from point A to point B. It jumps from A to G to C and somehow ends up somewhere brilliant. But this makes traditional time management feel completely unnatural. Planners and hourly schedules were designed for a type of thinking that creative minds simply do not use. Number 5. Deadlines trigger anxiety more than motivation. For most people, a deadline creates a healthy push. But for creative minds, tight pressure can actually shut the creative process down. This is why many creative people do their best work either far before a deadline or dangerously close to it, when the pressure either has not arrived yet or has passed the point of no return. So if the creative person in your life always seems disorganized, understand that their mind is not undisciplined. It is operating on a system that does not match the clocks and calendars the rest of the world runs on. And if that person is you, the goal is not to force your mind into a box it was never built for. It is to find a rhythm that works with how you actually think. If you have always felt like your mind runs on its own rules and you want to understand why, you are in exactly the right place.